Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here. I'm excited to bring you today George Eiferman's story and routine at the age of 21. Here he is pictured in his famous side chest pose at a very young age. I believe he's a little bit older than 21 here, but he looks phenomenal for whatever age he was. The source of this particular article is Your Physique, May 1948, with Eric Pedersen looking absolutely swole on the cover. I've already done a review on this. You can check it out in the video link above. Now, the young George Eiferman had already won the Mr. Philadelphia physique contest and was becoming quite well known. He was, I guess, heralded to become a future Mr. America, and was really well known as a muscular phenomenon of the United States at the time. For those of you that don't know, he was actually one of Larry Scott's heroes. Besides winning the Mr. Philadelphia physique, he went on to win the Mr. America contest later in 1948 of that year. A missionary of physical culture, yes he was, and by that he actually started traveling at such a young age already. At 21 he had already been traveling around the world and spreading the good word of physical culture. He had already gone to Hawaii, the Philippines, and Japan. So besides practicing bodybuilding, he preached bodybuilding. A real ambassador at the time. Now, I've placed this title Young Prodigy because he really was. At the age of 21, not only was he winning contests, but he was really strong and he showed a lot of potential. Here he is shown doing a behind the neck press, and he had, as I said, he was very strong. He could military press already 240 pounds and press behind the neck 225 pounds. The reason, by the way, that I give the poundages to what the old school bodybuilders from the 40s and 50s could do is for your own, I guess, for your own information. I believe a lot of the poundages that were given back in the day, and because these guys were steroid-free, drug-free bodybuilders, I think it's important to know the level of strength that these people had, because it gives us natural bodybuilders, which I believe my fans are, and my audience, I believe that it gives us a reference, it gives us a goal. If George Eiferman, Alan Steve Reeves could military press 250 or whatever poundage, it's something we can aspire to achieve. It's something realistic, and therefore we could possibly achieve a physique such as theirs. This is the reason why I give their poundages, by the way. Besides being very strong in the seated presses, he was also very well known for bench pressing. That was his favorite exercise, and no wonder he had such a fantastic chest development. Here he is actually shown spotting someone doing the bench press. I don't know who that is, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually Arnold. Anyway, he could bench press up to 325 pounds. Very strong for his age and for a natural bodybuilder. Tips from George Eiferman. Besides obviously lifting, he lived a lifestyle of bodybuilding. His protein drink was malted milk with eggs, and he would use this to gain muscle, especially before competing, and he recommended sleeping 8 hours a day. Very similar to what I've talked about in the past. For example, Perry Rader has mentioned very similar tips as well in some of the videos I've done, which I could provide the link up here as well. What was his typical routine? Well, Joe Wader, after sitting with George Eiferman and watching him train, has reported this. So this is not the particular routine that George Eiferman was doing on the day, but I guess a culmination of different routines that Joe Wader saw. But this is typical of what he would do at the age of 21. He would perform 2-arm pressing with 135 pounds as a warm-up for 10 reps. Move up to 160 pounds for 10 reps, 180 pounds for 8 reps, 200 pounds for 7, and 215 pounds for 4 reps. Amazing strength. Lying leg curl with 100 pounds for 7 reps, 5 reps, and 4 reps. One arm rowing with 125 pounds, it's very heavy, and then 100 pounds each for 10 reps. The press behind the neck, he would do 130 pounds for 10 reps, 120 and 110 both for 10 reps. His bench press, which was his favorite exercise, he would start off with 250 pounds for 10 reps, 270 pounds times 6 reps, 300 pounds times 2 reps, and a 1 rep max of 325. For his lower body, he would then continue and do squats, warming up with 170 for 10 reps and doing a 1 rep max of 420 pounds. He would then do breathing squats for expanding the rib cage, 200 pounds for 20 reps. That's actually harder than what you believe. And he would obviously superset this with bent arm pullovers, 205 pounds for 10 reps, and finish up with sit-ups holding 25 pounds for 50 reps. So this was his typical routine at 21. Pretty amazing for a 21-year-old. Extremely strong. And again, I give you the poundages and the reps to gauge as to what you can do and compare. I don't believe in necessarily comparing to feel better about yourself, but if you can compare to reach a goal, I think that's more important. And so you can compare and say, well, I can squat 350, 400 pounds. I'm almost as strong as George Eiferman. I think that's a good thing to have. These are actual photos from Your Physique 1948 in May that I've actually taken from the article, from my personal collection of magazines, just to show you George Eiferman's development. You can see he's got a very strong back, very well detailed trapezius. Hasn't got the widest lats in the world yet. He had very high lats, but a very strong lower back, very thick legs. You can see his quadriceps are very thick. He had very strong arms, good shoulders, and of course signature was the depth of his chest, very deep chest. Very good development for a 21-year-old. I think that's phenomenal development for a 21-year-old, for a natural 21-year-old. I hope you've enjoyed this video. That's the end of this particular article and this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't. This is the Golden Era Bookworm. Bye for now.